Thank you. All right. This is time to get started. I'm Zacky, and I got with me Papa Boys here for this interesting twist on 7th Saga here.
Interesting is a very nice way to put it.
Indeed. Well, for today, we're gonna go with lieges here, and um, should let's see. So we'll just go with him as lieges, and hold on a sec. You want to go ahead and fill in some background?
Yep. So in the randomizer of the flags that Zacky's going to be running today, we have pretty much
Okay.
everything is going to be randomized. The
All right.
zones, the patterns, spells, weapons, who can equip what, spell strength, enemy strength. The only thing not changed is the hero stats. We're keeping them vanilla because you'll see later.
Okay. Well, why don't we just go ahead and get going and jump right into here? So three, two, one, and go. Whoop. I guess it didn't go. Hang on a second. There we go. We'll just leave it at that. It's fine. I
Dun
hit the
dun
wrong button.
dun.
Oh yeah. So it also skips the that little intro there. There are a lot of things that little things that the randomizer does to shortcut a bunch of things, and that's one of them there. It also doesn't rearrange what items are on the ground, so you can still pick up the same items on the ground. Hey, we got a harp there. That's useful. Mirror, another mirror, and another. Wow, that's an interesting start.
Wow, could you get any luckier?
We got two harps and two mirrors. That's very useful. Okay, so I'm still gonna pick up. Oops. Yep. I thought I missed it there too. It also speeds up the menus too, if I recall correctly. Alright, so let's take a look here. What do we got? Well, this is interesting. Okay, attack up 24 for something that costs 49k. Not particularly worth it, in my opinion. How about this thing? That's a better deal. So we'll
That's
remember.
a
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
drastically better deal.
Yes.
Double
Alright.
the power for a quarter of the price.
Alright, let's check this shop here. Not bad. Hey, what's this do? Defense up 2. That's not bad, but you can actually find one later on in the game. Defense up, nice, 56. Not bad. It's expensive, but could be worth it later on. We'll see. Oh, one thing you do have to be careful about when you're doing a randomizer. The randomizer can really up the values on some of these. Let's see, potion ones are 67. I don't think I want to buy one of those yet. We have.
The
Go ahead.
question in chat. The mirror reflects the vacuum spell, which is instant death.
No. The harps
No?
the harps are the ones that protect against vacuum, and the mirrors reflect the petrify. Okay, first steps out of Lamille. This could be dangerous. I think the idea I usually go by for randomizer is don't ever get into an encounter before you get to Ramas.
And then just pray that Ramas gives you 100,000 experience.
Yeah, that's the deal, because likelihood is unless you're able to pick up some B fires or B ices, which are bottled ice and fire spells. Oh, that was a good one. Attack up 108. And that's a better
Nice.
deal. Okay, we're gonna remember that. We're gonna remember the Rablesk, what do you call it? Defense up 12 for 767, not terrible. Defense up 12, and defense up 12 for either 5,542 or 767. I wonder what the better deal is. Also, those opals, are very bad. Putting it mildly, I think.
So some backstory for the game while he's hunting around is you pick from one of 7 apprentices, and King Lamel wants you to go out and collect the runes throughout the world. Once you get to a certain point, you can option to choose a companion, and then you will have one person in the game who like specifically just wants you. He just wants you to die, he or she, and they will fight you at various points in the game.
Start going the wrong way. I sort of got distracted for a minute there.
34 gold in, no good.
Yeah.
The in's 34 gold.
It was. I wasn't paying attention. I only wanted to save there because what I like to do early on is because a lot of enemies are tend to be unkillable. Well, the game only randomizes enemies from the starting area into the starting area here, which is probably a good, the randomizer is probably a good thing, but that doesn't make them any easier. So, without the use of any spells, which is, okay, that could be bad. I wasn't watching.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, that's not great. Does he know any? He knows magic, and it's 1 MP, and it's pretty well. Oh, maybe it's good. Just maybe it just that thing. Oh, okay. These have a ton of HP. These have a ton of HP.
Well, where's the death counter?
Well, that's one. I'm keeping track of it on the side, so we can always refer back to it. But yeah, that gives you an idea. That's not the most vicious it could be. More vicious would have been they would have outright one-shot me with a massively powerful spell that no enemy really in the game should ever know.
Hey, at least you got like 3 rounds of combat in.
If I had realized I knowed fire earlier, then I probably could have knocked out one of the enemies and then used the potion one. By the time it got to that point, I wasn't really willing to pursue that any further. Okay, well, we're gonna try this again here. Well, the HP on these, oh, wow. I'm probably dead no matter what here. If I use Fire 1, the poison will kill him. If I use a potion 1, the wyvern will probably hit him and kill him anyway. So we're just gonna go with the potion 1 and see what happens. Okay, actually, maybe if I hit with the Fire 1 and kill it, nope, never mind. He's gonna die from poison. What? He didn't die from poison? Okay. I thought he was gonna die from the poison, but I guess not. Everything has so much HP to start here.
Usually in the base game, these enemies have like anywhere from like 6 to 20, and I think everything's had over 100.
Yeah, but Fire 1 would have wiped it out. I don't think Fire 1 is like... Fire 1 isn't like extremely powerful, but I don't think it's weak either. I think enemies just have a ton of HP. Then again, maybe it is weak. I don't know. We're gonna try to get to Ramas without getting into an encounter this time. And this is why we want to get to Ramas first. Well, let me explain why that, because you can actually get an item after you purposely die to Ramas that will instantly kill him. You know, just for the sake of trying. Huh. You can also poison. Here. You can also use Fire 1. Alright. But you can get an item that will instantly kill him. So the hope is... Yeah. So the hope is that you go back, you instant kill him, and he gives you a decent amount of experience. This is also shortcutted here. Usually she goes through this whole story. But fortunately for the randomizer, you can just go and she directs you outside and you get the whistle.
Yeah, we've cut out a lot of the excess dialogue that probably adds 10 minutes to every run.
Also, you may notice that the walking speed is faster, and you also notice some graphical glitches because the game's not intended to, have you walk that fast. And that's actually really helpful in the case of the randomizer. Otherwise, you'd probably get into 10 billion encounters you'd have no shot against. Like seriously, you could have a boss that's really easy, but like all the encounters along the way are just really terrible. So it helps sometimes to have that.
If this was a 3-day estimate, I would not be here.
There we go.
Boss down.
Whistle. And okay, that's a decent amount of experience. Okay, that's a bad speed level up. That's a bad speed level up. That is an average speed level up. That is also an average speed level up. That is good speed level up. That is average. That is average. He learned revive too. That's bad. That's average. That seems like it was more on the below average side for speed. Speed is a key stat in 7th Saga because it controls being able to dodge things, hit things, and run from things. That latter one, the running from things, isn't necessarily... Hey, be agility, speaking of speed. I'm gonna open a few of the chests in here because it was okay experience, but I'd really like to try and find some things that give me some gold so that I could potentially get that weapon going forward. I'm not gonna... There are some more treasure chests in the basement of this castle, but I'm not gonna wander down there to get them, because it'll take a little bit of extra time to do it. But usually I base how I'm going to open treasure chests upon... Oh, that's bad. Could be bad.
Well, here we go. We got some tricks.
Oh, it's a... Okay, well, it still could be bad. Hey, Revive 2 costs 127 MP.
So the experience levels are randomized 14 to 700.
It dodged and it laser one him. Nope. That puts an end to checking the rest of the chests in there.
4 deaths. Will, there's no Vorpal.
Yeah, I can't do anything right now, so, I guess we're gonna go for the Cave of Earth.
Can we buy that weapon?
No. I think it was several thousand. I only have like 1,000, especially after taking the death. The death reduces your gold by half, so... Actually, I probably could have checked it. If I take another death, I won't use that. If I take another death, I'll go back and see. But yeah, you get the Key of Earth from beating Ramas, and that lets you get through this here.
Yeah, it was just under 7,000 was the weapon.
Well, this is not a good match. By the way, this is a thing called a D trick. This is not in the original game. This is unused in the original game, but it is not present in there. These would have more power if you were familiar with D Knights. So with Saga, I'm familiar with D Knights. These ordinarily would have a higher power stat than D Knights. To put things in perspective. Alright, well, we're gonna take a look and see. I mean, my gold is very bad right now, but maybe some of this stuff that I picked up might be worth selling.
We need an exclamation kill counter.
No. None of this stuff is good to sell. Alright. I'm trying to think if there are any basic mechanics of original 7th Saga that I'm leaving out here. I mean, aside from the fact, it's just a really random game. Can I actually kill something now? If I can actually kill something now, I might be able to be helpful. Okay, we can actually kill the revive right now. Oh great, I just got poisoned and I have no poison here. A lot of things seem to know poison so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is... I never remember ever getting poisoned in this game, and you've gotten poisoned, what, 4 times now?
Well, originally it wasn't something that was part of the randomizer. Because I think by the way, I'm gonna give shoutouts to Game Boy of 94. He's the one who made the randomizer for this game. It was originally something that I guess had been removed for some reason or not present for some reason. And then I'm gonna have to grab this other treasure chest in here. This could be a very bad idea.
Could get tricked.
This is a bad idea. See, this is the chance you take by doing this. If I can hit this, maybe I can kill it. Nope. It knows fire too, also. So yeah, by the way, if you hear me like being incredulous or whatever over some of the spells that these things know, that's a good sign that this is not a spell that this thing knows in the original game. That thing does not know any spell. Well, okay, no, that's not true, is it? I think it knows. Does it know it? I know it's At least it knows Petrify. The regular green tricks, which is what that enemy was. At least no Petrify in the original game. They do not know attack spells like, hey, we got a vacuum.
We got a clean house.
Olvan, okay. So he also did some randomness with some of the dialogues here. Game Boy did when he did the randomizer. So
I'm surprised it wasn't Waluigi.
Olvan's mad he didn't win the tiebreaker to be the one to be taken through this here. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Well, this is okay. We can survive this.
We're be here for a minute, folks. This is everybody's favorite bounty hunter, Python.
Okay, that helps. Well, at least it doesn't look like he has much HP.
Throw your fireballs at him.
Actually, I should try defend attacking. Maybe I can... Maybe they'll help me... Nope. I think I still have one potion left. Yeah, we're good there. Okay, so I should be able to outlast him.
This is like a tickle fight.
No, that would be super fun though. Which fortunately we can't get in the randomizer anymore. So in the prior versions of the randomizer, there weren't any checks for balancing stuff. Well, I don't want to say balancing, because stats. There's no way to balance the stats properly in this game. Let's face it. But for those who don't know who Monmo is an enemy you fight in 7th Saga who has resistance to all magic except for fire, and has massive amount of guard to the point where if you're fighting him at a reasonable time, and there's Bison down. Oh, okay, that's okay experience. He learned fire too, that might help. Let's see how much it costs. But Monmo has a lot of guard too, so you can't attack him. You'll be like doing 1 damage to him. But what happened was the randomizer would... Am I still poisoned? Oh, I died before I got on poison. Another potion once for to heal. 46. Okay, I think that's full health, so that's not an indication of how much this actually heals for yet. The good news is it does heal for slightly more than usual, which is usually heals for 40. But Monmo can get like... He's getting super powered to the point where his magic was max, along with that guard, and you literally, and his HP would be max, it would be increased as well, so you'd literally end up, would have to sit there for like 2 or 3 hours, just plunking away with 1 damage. And he'd be doing like 1 damage to you, so there'd be no way to actually, you know, let him kill you to get out of the so you could go, you know, grind anywhere else. Not that grinding would actually help. Okay, the anger axe is here, which is good. Oh, that's up 12 for just 205? I think I'm gonna buy that. I need some upgrade right now. I need good armor.
No longer using the pillow.
What in the world was I using before? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh, this is another thing you have to watch out for, because sometimes it randomizes it so that the weapon you start equipped with isn't actually one you can use So if you're testing an attack power for something, you could potentially end up with a worse weapon that you can't unequip because you can't re-equip your original one. Those recoveries are really good. We're gonna stock up on some of those. I know I want to save up for that axe, but healing is helpful too. Actually, I probably should buy a couple of beaver tents also. Yeah.
You guys see this orange guy here? This is Will May, and he's one of the companions.
Oh,
this
right.
is the first time you see the companions, and he has the option to recruit one and run a two-man party through the game.
Generally, in a randomizer run, it's not something you would do. Here, let's test this out. Just because it tends to be a lot quicker just to go through first. Well, Fire 2 seems decent, but Fire 1 costs 1. I don't look like it was going to do much more damage than Fire 1. And Fire 1 costs 1 MP, so I think we're going to be sticking with Fire 1 for a bit. That Undead gave a decent amount of experience there. I like that. Actually, I'm wondering... Well, no, I can go get the Wind Rune, and hopefully I'll have enough gold to come back and get that weapon at this point. I'm sorry.
Somebody wants to know if you're doing the Lux glitch.
Nope. You don't need to do that in the randomizer. Especially since the experience is boosted. So, with the boosted experience, you're just going to level up really quickly anyway. It doesn't make sense to do it. There are some other options on the randomizer settings where if you were to use them, it might make some sense to do that. But, it's really unnecessary here, because you typically most of my randomizer runs are like under 2 hours. The ices are expensive. Let's give those a test. Also, I'd really love to find an emerald. By the way, topazes, emeralds, these things are, and then sapphires here. These things are gems. You can buy those so that if you take a death, they sell back for face value, so you'll lose half your gold, but for whatever reason the enemies, like, see the gems and think they're worthless and leave those alone. Oh, funny thing that happens when we talk to Brantu here, by the way. It doesn't happen in the, normal game. There you go.
Speed Racer.
Alright, we're gonna use the inn here. 18. Is it me or these inns not been terribly inexpensive so far?
It's on the high end.
Yeah, I think the Rablusk one was the highest so far. At least 18 gold isn't a huge deal right now. Also, more like I said, graphics glitch a little bit with the 2x walk speed on, and other things like Brantu glitch out with the 2x walk speed as well. So
Brantu's just practicing his instant transmission he learned from Goku.
You saw that flashing dot. That indicates that there is a rune present in the area. Okay, we got another trick. Alright, well, let's see what happens. It dodged. Okay, that's probably bad. Okay, at least that's not... Okay, we're gonna try fire doing this. And it dodged again. Okay. Well, last potion 1. Potion 1s are good. Ow. Actually, no, can I run from tricks? I can run from tricks. Okay. I forgot. It's only the king tricks and the D tricks I can't run from. King tricks are blue ones, the D trick is of course the one you saw earlier, and I'm probably gonna die anyway because I have no healing.
What? You have recoveries.
Oh, you're right, I have recoveries. I'm dumb. I forgot about that.
That's what I'm here for, buddy.
Do I want to do this or do I not want to do this? Let's take a chance. It's an M order. Well, that would be good if the M water sell for a decent amount. Okay, made it to Melanum, so cool. It will be
The
opening.
bee ice.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Finish. Somebody was asking. The bee ices, they just cast ice one.
Yep.
There's bottled ice, bottled fire, bottled fossil, and vacuums that you can use as items in the game. They cast magic spells.
Yeah, essentially items, a lot of items that have effects are basically consumable versions of the spells. And so there's a brown coat there we can check for. Can't equip it. Okay, maybe it'll be good to sell. And hope axe. Okay, let's check that. You can't equip it. Okay, but maybe it sells for something. A death axe. You can equip that. It's 19 attack power. Okay, the good thing is he can equip his base weapon again.
Oh,
That would have been unfortunate because then I wouldn't have been able to see what it sold for. Another trick. Okay, now I'm probably dead now. Wow, just you know what? We're gonna use a recovery actually. I should just throw in the towel. I should have gone back and checked to see if I could have gotten the axe first. I hit it. Okay, I might actually be able to kill this thing. And it'll be all worth it if it gives a decent amount of experience. Okay, just need one more fire one. Oh, that could be bad. This is what Randomizer does to you. It gives you hope and then just takes it away completely. Oh, that was too good. I'm not mad at that at all. That was too good. It's like, oh, my laser ones aren't enough. Okay, try a blizzard 2. Yeah, that did the trick. Alright. Oh, hey, we can get that thing. Let's do this. Okay, so we got an additional 96 power on the weapon. So we got 112 weapon. We have no armor. Legis is pretty much a glass cannon at this point. So I probably should try and fix that because I have gold. Hello, camel. Defense up 70. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, what I was gonna get at earlier, in regards to armor, is you have to be very careful. Defense up 3. You have to be very careful, about the armor values, the individual armor values going up over 255, because then it just wraps around, which is bad. So if you had a 256 plus a 256, oh, you'd think, I'm sorry, it's 200, I'm sorry, the value is, no, it's 255, isn't it? Yeah, so you think, hey, that's 512 defense combined. No, it's not. It's 2 defense combined. You got another trick. Is it a regular trick? I'm gonna smack it down if it is. No, it's a king trick. Yeah, that was good. That was very good. So something I'm slightly concerned about right now is, not really having a lot of, there are some decent encounters, but the experience, by and large, has not been great so far. So I'm hoping to find something that just is a nice, really good amount of experience. It helps, a Doom Sword. Oops. Can't equip. It could be worth a bit, though. So that would be nice, especially if I find some much better armor. Okay, we got a Sapphire. Oh, we got a Sapphire. That's good.
Woohoo, bitch!
Yeah, we know Sapphires sell for a decent amount. Sapphires usually sell for 2,500, so they've been up to sell for 4,300 right now. A lot of nothing in that treasure chest. I'm opening these now because I want to make sure to have some gold for later potentially. I mean, it's been worth it overall. Can I hit this? No. Okay. So, here's the question you ask. Can I hit this? If the answer is no, then you're probably dead. I think there are 3 more treasure chests. And then we got a boss coming up.
Oh yeah, big hard boss.
I'm hoping not. Because he can actually give a ton of experience sometimes. Okay, that one was the trick just a second ago. Okay, a potion 2. An emerald 2. Yeah, so things like, consumable items are based on spells. So when the spell power gets randomized, so does the power of the item, because they're connected. Alright, well, what level am I at? I'm at 13. Alright, well, let's see. So we'll attack first. He dodged, I dodged, okay. We'll attack again. Oh! Okay!
Wow! Wow!
Okay. Alright, so we're both glass cannons. How much did he hit me for? It's not even a B protect is gonna save me, and I used the B agility when I fought. So Python comes back. In the original game, yeah, this is pretty much how he is in the original game. Way more powerful than he started out as. Okay, oh man. So I have to hope that I hit him, I dodge, and then I hit him. That seems like that's good. I still don't have anything else. Okay. Or I could try defending, hope I dodge, and then try to hit him. I think I'd rather hedge my bet on it getting 2 hits before he hits me. I'm hoping that dodge was not lucky, though.
Wow!
If that dodge was lucky, that's problematic. Didn't I see... I think I saw a decent, item that I could get for armor, though, in one of the earlier towns. I think it was a shield, so maybe I should go get that and see if that helps any. I actually don't recall if I checked Bonro for items.
Didn't Matrick tell you the early game was easy in this one?
No, he only tested through Python. Which is where it really mostly matters through, honestly. The defense up 56. The problem with that... 64. Oh, 64. Maybe? Okay, there's a Doom Sword. Yeah, I could get that. Alright, we're gonna do that because I need defense right now. In probably, like, one of the worst ways. Alright, cool. You know what I should also do? I should also see if there are B agilities being sold around here. I don't think that I really went out of my way to see about that yet. I'll check Zealous and then I'll just go right back. So yeah, sometimes you kind of run into a wall sometimes where you have to just figure out either create a way around it. I usually like to try some creative ways around it before I actually... Can I sell that coat? That brown coat sells for a bit. Let's get rid of the Opal. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can sell to try and I want to invest in a gem so that I don't lose that 3,000 gold. But how much that M water sell for? Where is it? It's not bad. I need to sell something for 300 more. Not the recoveries or the meat protects. The Emerald 2 I'll sell. That could probably come back to bite me later, but I don't think the magic is that useful for anything at this moment. I need to score 2 hits on... Red Python before he scores 1 hit on Leeches. That's not great, because there's no way I'm surviving a hit even defended or even with B Protect. I might actually survive a hit if I get a B Protect up and defend, but that requires 2 turns and I'd have to dodge 1 anyway, so if that's the case, why waste a dodge on that? Oh, run. Actually, let's get into an encounter here and see if it helps out any. Okay. Oh, that has a lot of HP.
is the story of the seed so far.
Okay, at least the man rot doesn't hit hard. He wasted a mirror. Well, that's fine. It does know Firebird, though. That could be dangerous. Goodbye, man rot. Okay, I got really scared there for a moment, because that spell is called Laser 3. That spell can be massively powerful sometimes, and this thing was really fast. Well, I found an Ember 1 and an Opal, and all I did was get poisoned, and that was not worth it. I have a potion too. I'm gonna use the potion too before I use the Alright, we're gonna try and score 2 hits on Red Python before, Oh, he can do that too. Oh, we might have him! Yeah! We got him! We got him! Well, that's okay experience. It wasn't great.
Nah, he can give upwards of like 60k. We've been very unlucky on the
okay, well, we're past
the
Python,
experience
Red
chart.
Python, so that's fine. We're just gonna have to hope that the encounters I get into out here are useful in some way. Bye-bye trick, how about that?
We can finally find out how much the trick
decent amount of experience
is.
from the trick. Decent amount of experience from the trick. Also, I probably should use recovery. And I got really lucky there, about Red Python casting Laser 2. I actually wasn't sure if it was gonna kill or not. Thank goodness it didn't. Use the end right away. Make sure to have saves here, in case I get into a bad encounter that I want to just reset out of, rather than getting stuck in it for a half hour. Fairly sure that's a lot less likely to happen now, but I'm not gonna take my chances on that. Alright. Yeah. The thing that I'm worried about is that the experience is gonna get really good when we get to the northern part of the continent, as coming up soon. In a little bit, actually, but the enemies... Okay, good. Cocoons don't seem very threatening at the moment. Cocoons are normally a very threatening enemy, so if you see me react weirdly to an enemy, like I'm intimidated by an enemy when I get into a fight, is because usually that enemy is normally intimidating. That was a really good experience encounter there. Unfortunately, that wasn't very intimidating. I might try to force another encounter. I didn't have to force the encounter.
That guy was like, come here, we're gonna fight.
Except it's just these guys.
Maybe they have 100,000 experience.
Oh, okay. Just these guys. Oh, 1,100 experience apiece. Yeah, this is what the randomizer does to a person. 7th Saga randomizer does to a person. So, I was probably already off my rocker a bit enough, actually running regular 7th Saga. Randomizer just ups the game on that a bit. But oh, okay, we're gonna take care of you first. Get out of here. And now I'm gonna hope that I have a chance to heal. Yeah, that was fine. Uh-oh. Okay. Weak magic. Could be a powerful spell. That thing just is weak magic-wise. But yeah, putting this in perspective, my best time on a randomizer run is an hour and 40 minutes thereabouts. My PB in 7th Saga, any percent using the tune-up glitch with Lux, is 5 hours and 26 minutes. So, that puts in a bit perspective as to how quick it good players are here. I actually wouldn't... Where would I be at this point? I wouldn't have the wind rune yet at this point, even, in a speedrun. Probably be in a grind I'd be in the middle of a grind session right now in the speedrun. Okay, the good news is I can get a bottle of agility here. This NPC here was nice. He usually blocks the path off constantly. And I'm going to get my poison cured here. And we're gonna go check the armor and weapon shop, because there always could be a better armor or piece of armor or weapon out there. I will check the item shop first, just in case there's anything useful here. We have potion 3s, they're pretty expensive. I'm gonna buy a couple of potion 2s, because I don't know what those do yet. They could heal for either a really good amount, or they could be really unfortunate. I will stock up on recoveries, because those are cheap and full heals. We have harps. I haven't run into any enemies that cast vacuum yet, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Also, Legis learned a spell earlier called Protect, and the Protect spell will allow me to defend against one cast of vacuum, or vacuum too. By the way, normally you would have to go to the next town and talk to an NPC there in order to get that guy to join you, but it's another thing that the... Tack down 105. No, thank you. Any good armor? No. Fire cloak isn't worth it. I have... Wait. No, I don't think that's worth it either. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to continue to check the weapon and armor shops, because while the weapon I have isn't terrible, if there's something better out there, I definitely would. Okay, now we're getting to enemies that have low HP.
And good experience.
Let's hope that trend continues. You know what would be really fitting is if Ulvan ends up either... Well, Ulvan ends up being the apprentice in Patrov here. But by the way, there is a town coming up where you have to fight one of your fellow apprentices for a rune. You do it twice in the game. This next one coming up is when you kill that apprentice is permanently gone and you cannot see them ever again in the game. Also, Quo's doing his water dance here.
Hi-yo-waka.
So the story of this is the town's water dried up, and the sage is very grumpy because of that. And he doesn't want to give you he won't give you the water rune unless you help solve the problem. And then I talked to him again by accident. And there is Petrov.
The water rune casts heal 1.
It doesn't cast heal 1, it's its own spell. It's a random heal value that it does. That's independent of heal 1 or heal 2, which always normally consistently heal for 40 and 90 respectively. That spell, by the way, that cocoon cost was agility. Raises your speed by 30, as it showed. Huh. They tried hard to poison Legis there, and they failed. That was not a worthwhile encounter. I might be able to try and run from it next time. Like, it's definitely a tough balance, where you want to get into encounters for the potential of them being really good experience-wise, but the other thing is, the encounters can just destroy you, and you just waste so much time. Oh wow, I have 9,999 gold.
The best in so far, only 4.
Yeah. You don't see that happen. You don't see those numbers drop from the gold house circumstance. Get that to go. Oh, we can't use any of the weapons here. Fantastic. Alright. Let's see. Well, I'm not seeing anything too much of this. Nope. Wow, all these things are max value. Not even worth it. Alright, I'm gonna check the item shop here and see if we got B agilities. B agility is gonna be very important going forward. Oh, B powers. Yeah, we're gonna get some B powers. B powers will double your attack power. So definitely want some of those. Okay.
Now, does it double your base attack power plus weapon value, or just the base attack power?
No, it's just your attack power. So okay, so let me go in here so everyone can explanation. So so it says your weapons with 112 and your power is 65. So it only double your regular power. So you make your power 130. I already used one at this point. Okay,
But we don't need no stinking defense.
BIs? I haven't tried BIs yet. I haven't tried using any of the C's either. An emerald. Oh, we got an emerald. That's really good. Those are worth. So emeralds, I think, are normally 5,000. They were in this particular seed. They're randomized to 21,000. Got some people to protect. I'm actually kind of hoping to get a trick. Or something that... Let's see, okay, what do we got here? I don't recall this experience being very lucrative. I mean, this encounter being very lucrative. In fact, it's already not great because I just got poisoned and I don't think I have any antidotes. I don't really like to go into... Like, regular encounters, okay. But boss fights, you definitely don't want to go into with poison because... I had to do bad things on my speedruns where I would get knocked down to 1 HP by an attack from the boss, and then instantly die to the poison tick after. Wait, maybe I picked up an antidote somewhere. I should check my inventory. That's one thing I haven't paid too much attention to. You're getting out of here first, because I don't know how powerful your spells are going to be.
I do think you have an antidote. Picked one up, no.
You know what, you're right. I think I picked it up and then I didn't need it anymore because I died before I had the chance to bother using it. That's probably what happened. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. Let's see. No? Huh, I don't have one. Okay. Hope on the mirror. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. So this is a later game enemy. Thankfully, it's not hitting very hard. And can't take a hit. And gives terrible experience, too. That still gave you a level up. Oh yeah, one thing that was put in for this, for those of you who know that what happened in the localization from 7th, from Elnard, the Japanese version, to 7th Saga, where the gains per level used to be in Elnard were when you hit level 10, you get an extra bonus point to that was an android. That was a good experience. You get an extra bonus point. So so for levels 10 to 19, if your base increase on a stat was from 2 to 4, it would go to 3 to 6. And then when you get to level 20, from 20 to 29, it would go up by 1 again, so it'd be 4 to 7, and so on and so forth. That was taken out for 7th Saga, so it was just stuck at your base gain the whole game, which was bad because when you meet the other apprentices out in the world, they level up like you level up, except they would have the stat gains from Elnard, and you wouldn't. So in original 7th Saga, if you level too high and go to fight an apprentice, you will never be able to beat them. That has been remedied for the randomizer, which is quite nice. Okay, my health is still good, and I'm out of this cave. Cool.
It also probably explains why I was never able to beat this game as a kid.
I didn't actually ever have problems with the apprentices, and I guess that was just me getting lucky on that. I remember feeling like I got to a point really underleveled at the end, but I also didn't know know about B powers, and hey, it's Valsu. We're gonna say yes, because I'm gonna need to go out and I want to cure this poison. I want to use the inn. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do that. Ordinarily, I'd just fight him, and if he... but you'd always want to talk to him first anyway, because if he kills you, then... and you haven't talked, and you've said no right away, then you have to walk through the entire cave again. Let's let you just walk back to the front door. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna just explain what you said.
Oh, okay. I guess I beat you to it.
Yeah, if you say yes to the apprentice, you want to join him, he will give you the keys to the front gates. You don't have to do that annoying cave all over again.
Yeah. And that could help. Hopefully... I'm hoping Valsu is not going to be a pain, but you can get some really bad circumstances with this. Because they do have gear, they do use gear that you can actually get for yourself. So if one of the pieces of gear they have for that particular level range happens to be one of the really high-powered ones, he's fast. Oh, okay. Well, we know how much... We know heal 2 kills from a lot. Hey, there we go. Good damage roll.
Yeah, so on this in the base game, as you go through, the companions pick up certain armors and weapons as they level, based on your level. So it's possible they could get one of the superpowered weapons that you're not able to access. So he could have easily had a weapon that was much stronger than what Zacky has right now, and that companion fight can be difficult, but
yep, or
thankfully
armor.
he just cast Ice 1.
Yeah, or armor, or both. Yeah, so we never found out about the weapon, and he obviously didn't have that great of an armor set. If I was able to manage to one-shot, I'm glad my damage roll was able to go high enough to do that, because their AI has them heal themselves when they get to a certain bit, and that's another problem that can happen. Because the heal values are randomized, I should check the item shop for the abilities. Because their healing value is randomized of the spells. They could just give themselves end up getting a full heal out of it. Every single time you get them down to low health. This shop does have B agilities. Good, I'm glad I checked. Have I learned any more spells? I think I've learned at least one spell. I should check. I really haven't done a good job of keeping up the magic I have. Which is bad, because sometimes it can be very useful.
I don't remember seeing anything since Fire 2.
Yeah, the last thing I noticed was Protect. Okay, no, I learned Laser 3. Okay, I remember learning Laser 3. Laser 3 is not useful. I think the most useful spells I have now are Protect and Fire 1. And that's kind of sad. So I'm actually, at this point... That's actually kind of good, though, because of Monmo later. As I said earlier, Monmo's only weak to fire. I know that's not good. Monmo's only weak to fire, so... If he's got, like, a huge amount of defense... His magic stat won't be all that... I know his magic stat will not be overpowered, so... This is not Bonro. Oh yeah, you want to explain about this kid here?
So, in the base game, if you pick 5 of the apprentices will be given the remote by this kid. And the little beehive that we just went by is the cave. You go into the cave, you use the remote, and they will take you to, I believe it's Dwayne.
Yep.
There's a submarine that this town thinks is a ancient dinosaur, kind of like the Loch Ness Monster. If you play, it's as Yuna and Lux in the base game, you have to go back to Bone and talk to this guy, and he will take you to a ship that takes you to a town called Pandam, which is on the other half of the northern continent. So it just changes the order you do the bosses and get the runes at this point. And this way is actually kind of, I don't know, I kind of think it's worse.
Yeah, no, I agree. I prefer to go after, see, like, I prefer to go after, so normally Lee just wouldn't do it and it just got randomized reboot, so, I mean, of course it would, because, you know, that's going to be more difficult, but Tide Rod, nope. I'm beginning to slowly doubt that there's going to be any better weapons for Legis. This could be really, this could make things really interesting going forward. Anger? Nope. There's no decent armor either. I'll pick up the ring to sell, though. Pick up the ring to sell. There is a ring in the, hidden in the floor in the corner of this inn here.
But getting to the northern continent at sub 1 hour is an incredibly good time.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not, actually, you're right, it's not a bad pace, it's...
No, considering the start, like, this is going exceptionally well.
Okay, mirrors are cheap, so I'm gonna pick up all the mirrors here. Those will be really helpful if I run strong enemies that cast Petrify. If they hit hard, but can't take a lot of damage, that'll really benefit me if they cast Petrify, because then I'll be able to take them out. And we will buy a diamond, so we don't lose all that wonderful gold. Alright, normally I'm not going to take any chances here. I'm going to go and do what I would have done if I went to Dwayne, and I'm going to head after a boss in the northeast called Dragon first. You can do this in any order here. There's 3 runes you can get at this point. This could be really bad. Yeah. You know, I wish that that S rain had been by itself. But I was well aware that I wasn't going to be able to do anything with that blue trick there. King trick, that is. So this is where it gets really vicious, because you can have any enemy from this point in the game... Oops. You can have any enemy in the game at this point. Here. Okay. Please... Okay, this could be really bad. Okay, this is not really bad, thank goodness. You know what I was saying before about spending a lot of time on an enemy? I have a feeling this is probably a result of the magic card. Wow, that experience. Okay. That was good. Alright, cool.
That's
funny.
happy dance experience right there.
Yeah, that was pretty funny how my tone went through that entire battle. I was like, this is bad, to, wow, that was incredible. To, I'm not sure I want to mess with this encounter.
Run away from Great Grandpa.
Yeah, Great Grandpa was kind of concerned. Where am I? I don't have the map, so I can't check where I am. Okay, no, I know where I am now. So normally you're required to pick up the map to get get past a certain point way early on. The randomizer removes that, so I was like, hey, I better check the map because I'm sort of lost now because I got disoriented. And I was like, oh right, I don't have the map, do I?
Confused old man plays Randomizer. So this is Dwayne. This is the town that
This is
if
Badal.
he had
this
got.
no, this
this
is
is-
Badal.
my bad.
Dwayne is way down in the south of the northern part of the continent. But this is where I would come up to from Dwayne, because you talk to this guy, tell him you're gonna fight Serpent so you can get the rune he's got, because you can tell there is a flashing dot on the town, so this guy's got the moon rune. Oh right, I have too many recoveries. Oops. Alright.
Yeah, that guy's daughter got kidnapped by the serpent.
Alright, so now we're gonna go down to Tulane here as my stop. I did not check the weapon shop. I should have done that. I'm not gonna go back and do that now, but I will check the weapon and armor shop. Weapons and armor shops here. The stocks generally tend to be fairly similar. Ammo rod. Okay, I think we went over that with the ammo rod already. But yeah, I was worried. Oh, nice cloak. I get worried about some of the enemies because, like, when I see an endgame enemy pop up, I think, oh, this is bad. But obviously that one endgame enemy. Well, it wasn't exactly an endgame enemy. It was towards the end of the game. That guy that I killed for the 2,700 experience. 27,000 experience. Okay. The difference, one of those has one more zero on the end of it. But I'm going up this way first, because there's an enemy called the dragon here. And when you kill a dragon, I'll actually do something I don't usually do here. This assumes that this guy doesn't totally destroy. I'm gonna use the star rune here. So I got the star rune earlier. Each of the runes has a different power to it. The wind rune lets me teleport, as you may have noticed. The star rune puts my defense up, and the water rune will, as Papa Boy said earlier, heal. And the heal is a bit random. Let's see how much I can. This guy's fast. But I actually was able to dodge this. Maybe this will help. Haven't dodged the last few times.
It's taking all your precious Fire 1 casts away.
I'd be more concerned if it was Mon or Mono. Then again, at Momo, I would have an item to help out with that. Okay, so we've ascertained that his magic is stronger than his attacks. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I have one harp left. If he casts that again, I'm gonna have to start using... Oh, I don't have... Oh, how much does protect cost? That's bad. Alright, B-Power. B-Power, defend, attack, and hope I do some damage to him. I may actually have to use magic on this guy. Okay, yeah, I'm probably... If he casts that again, I'm dead. I'm just gonna have to go for this here. He is fast. I hope he ran out of MP. He did not run out of MP, and apparently... I don't know what heal's going on. Okay, yeah, he got me that time.
No!
Yeah, okay, so the good news is, if I power up and defend attack, he doesn't have much health and I can get rid of him. But I need to go buy harps. But you know what the other good news is? The other good news is that I put my money away, so... Oh, the harps weren't here, were they? I know one of these places had harps. Like, several of these places had harps and I forgot. You'll have to remind me not to forget to be stocked up on harps by the end of the game, because I don't want to... I don't want to make a mistake. A certain other person will be, who I will not mention the name, but is there another person decided at the end who just forgot to check stock of harps when going up against Gorsia, and the one thing that I think could have killed him on Gorsia, vacuum got him. Ah, there we go. There are harps. That will be nice and not name said person. They do know who they are.
It wasn't me. I know that.
Nope, it was not. I can't talk though because there are other things I've done, so. So I can point that one thing out, but there are other things that can be pointed out that I've done in these randomizers, or just in 7th Saga speedruns in general. That, yeah. It's not doing too badly here, but I'm definitely not quite on the pace that I'd like to be on. He's gonna just spam this, isn't he? I suspect that either he's got a ton of MP, or that spell doesn't have a high MP cost. I really hope it's not both.
But he really likes to suck you up in your vacuum.
Oh, he's trying. If I can get one more defendant to attack in on him, he's gone. I need to heal, though. At least he's doable. I mean, the good thing, though, is even if he wasn't, I still would have been able to go... I have an easy warp back, so... I really would love to hit him. I need to check my harp stuff, though. Okay, we have... How many harps? I was out of them, so they're at the bottom. What? How do I have one harp left already? Did I not buy... I don't think I bought 9 of them. Yeah, that's a problem, I think.
Boy,
Am I out of harp? I'm out of harps.
Cheap.
Alright, let's use Protect. And if we cast a magic spell, then I'm dead. Alright, I need to heal. I can at least... I have to keep moving here. Oh wait, no, I've got recovery. I should use recovery next time. Yeah, I'll use a recovery because those are inexpensive, and I'll get all my MP back, and I can keep using Protect here. I forgot I had the recoveries. Again. Sheesh. It wasn't even worth the experience either. Alright.
Let's hope we don't encounter him in the overworld.
So... You don't have to check this. The Sky Rune is already always gone, and once you beat Dragon, it automatically assigns it to an apprentice. We're gonna hope we get lucky on that, and that it's not some place I have to go out of my way, because there are 3 towns I think there are either 3 or 4 towns I have not been to yet. So... Which item shop, what? I already forgot what item shop I went to for the harps.
It was early, Rablesk or Bone.
It was.
I think.
I did find them in Pell. I'm gonna sell this diamond because I need to invest in all the harps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. You did not have sapphires. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and check here. because there'll be a flashing dot on the town where the apprentice of the rune is. Unfortunately, Pedal also has a flashing dot because there's another rune there, so Pedal you have to check manually. This is a good opportunity, however, for me to go check the weapon and armor shop. Since, as I mentioned earlier, I forgot to check them. I was in too much of a hurry. Got the oh wait, that's right. I checked that already, didn't I? Yeah, I'm really getting the feeling that I don't know if I'm gonna find a better weapon out there. I'll take better armor though. I will definitely take better armor. And of that, there is also none. The towns usually have 3 spots where you can find an apprentice wandering around. Okay, that's the second one there. First one was in the inn. Okay, not here. Alright, so now I'm gonna head back down to Pandem. And from there you can also do one of 2 things. You can go after the Moon Rune, which of course requires killing Serpent, as good old Commander Prosa mentioned. Or you can go after the Light Rune, which... So the Moon Rune will increase your attack, will double your attack power. It's essentially a non-consumable B power. Okay, this could be bad. Well, let's just, for the clarity of it... Yep! By the way, that was a D-Knight. The most powerful game in... powerful enemy in the original game. He seemed a little bit weak there, though, compared to his original one. In the original game, he probably would have done a crit for, I don't know, maybe like 900 or something. Alright, I guess I gotta hedge my bet a little bit. The light, and then the... Oh, no, we're going the other way, because I see where the Sky Rune is.
In the beautiful town of Tiffany.
Oh, okay, well, this could be good or really bad.
Woohoo, it's mon mode!
Yeah, so by the way... Never mind. That ended that real quick. So by the way, yeah, you can actually get bosses as random encounters in the randomizer. I'm really hoping that didn't mess things up. Because the Sky Rune was in a town out to the west. And if enemies kill you in battle, it counts. So how it works is apprentices move based upon how many battles you have either won or died to. Running from battles doesn't count. If both enemies run, the battle doesn't count, if I recall correctly. Shoot. Hey, speaking of bosses...
Hey, it's our buddy Red Bison.
There are also unrunnable encounters. There are also some normal unrunnable encounters too. Enemies classified as class 1, as I would call them. Heal 3 costs 90. I'm not sure how worth that is. No encounter, please. I'm just going here to add this destination to my rune, so it'll be easy transport to this later. I'm gonna hope that I have not advanced the counter enough to get the apprentice to move from the town up here. Ah! It did advance it enough. Alright, well, that kinda sucks. Because I don't think I saved beforehand, so... Wait, what's that? Wait, what? Wait, what town is that? Is that... Huh. I think that... Hang on. I'm actually slightly confused now, but whatever. I thought the apprentice was there. I am very... Oh, I dodged? Okay. Can I get out of this? Yeah. Alright, so... Actually, let me check. How's my speed doing? Speed's 115. Okay.
That's Biltham that you just walked by.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. Okay, I'm at a really low level for this moment in the randomizer. Experience
But,
has been less than wonderful, I suppose.
Yeah, but I think you're right. The Star Rune was definitely in, or the Sky Rune was in Tiffany or Tefano, however you say it.
Either one works. I probably don't want to get into an encounter in here. I could avoid it. Ruby, nice. And S-Destroy. S-Destroys reduce an enemy's defense. No? Alright.
He gave you a backhand.
Yeah, this is... I'm gonna save right now. I'm gonna save right now because it's been a while, and if there's any point at which I need to reset to save, like, a lot of frustration and time. Well, more about time than the frustration. I'm okay with the frustration. I am not okay with wasting time. If I don't have to. Thought, wow, that was why I kind of like to... See, it's a double-edged sword. You want to... On the one side, you want to avoid the encounters because the encounters are really bad and the bosses may not be as bad. But by avoiding encounters, you could be... you could be missing out on a ton of enemies with good experience. And that's, I guess, the challenge about trying to do one of these quickly is how do you balance out, okay, when do I want to try and check any encounters out to see if there's something good? I'm dead again. I'm not dead! Well, that will finish it off, though. Yeah, there we go. I would have liked to have seen what I could have done to that team, but yeah, it's like the balance between just trying to... I'm gonna try build him again. There's absolutely no reason for me to... The only reason I diverted was because... Oh, hey, that was a good idea. That was a really good idea to do that then. I'm glad I decided I was gonna try build him. Okay, where are you, apprentice? So this means... So that dot's not normally there. It means our apprentice is here. I need to find this apprentice. I need to find out who it is. Who's it gonna be? We've got... Not in here. Alright. I think there's only one more place for me to check. I think it's the... I forget, it's either the armor or the weapon shop. It's the weapon shop. It is... it's Ezina. Again, like anything.
Would have been nice if she joined you.
Never mind. That in itself is also a bit of a double-edged sword, too. Although I suppose if she ended up being dead weight, like, worse than leeches, I should save, then I would just kill her off and then move on like that. It's kind of the chance you take. The good news is, though, is if I wouldn't have to worry about... Well, I don't know, actually. I want to say I wouldn't have to worry about betrayals, but I don't know how... I know that, one of the things... One of the, apprentice responses was reworked a little bit, so I don't know if that... Oh, we got the high experience guy. What did I do before? I think didn't I use fire on him? Yep, I used fire on him. Alright, this is good. This is very helpful. Nice, 2 levels out of that. I'm actually somewhat tempted to see if I can get another one. Couldn't hurt. Another one. Alright, this is really good. Another 2 levels. we'll see what... We'll press my luck a little bit more here. I'm not sure what to make of this one. Okay, well, that kind of told me what I needed to know about that right away. That's good. That's okay, though. It's definitely worth the risk for getting those other ones. But I won't do that again. I'm not going to force any encounters anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and try and avoid encounters if possible here so we can get through. Trying to go here. That's good.
Woohoo! We made it to Biltham.
And everyone here in Biltham is under a trance by their ruler. I think they'll... Yep, there we go. Doros.
We all love Doros.
So, here's the big question. Are we gonna get Super Doros, or are we gonna get a Dorito?
I like Doritos.
Yeah, so I definitely prefer a Dorito over Super Doros.
I would like you to get more than 5,000 experience this time.
I would also prefer not to have to deal with D-Tricks, but... Okay, I might be able to kill this one. I can hit it. Got it. Wow. That the experience was... I got an Anger Shield. I can't equip it.
So, to put it into perspective for you guys, he's level like 25 and could very easily be level 50 or 60 at this point. That's how awful the experience gains have been so far.
Yeah, and hey, nice 2B agility stuff. On the treasure chest. Kind of ruby. But yeah, I was just at the experience the thing gave. Like for those things that can be so brutal. Like for you to. I mean, I guess I have a bit. I mean, I guess having played the original game, I kind of have all these things that I bring from it to the randomizer, where I like have these, you know, I'm just kind of have these opinions on these enemies and whatnot, and yeah, just knowing how brutal some of those enemies are, and then having to get more brutal in the wow. Speaking of brutal. Seeing a D-trick, which really kind of messed a lot of things up early on in this run, and can really do a job when you could really do a job when you was in the original game. That amount of experience was just like, it's just like, I'm looking for anything other than the stupid Reaper right now to have like a decent amount of experience. I think the Reaper by far, I can't even think of anything else. I don't think anything else has been like over 5,000, right? Like not even close, I don't think. I think the most is like a 3,300 experience android.
No, well, you had the Black Despairs were 5 figures, but other than that,
aside from the Reapers, which are 27K, I don't think anything else has been over that 3,300 from the android.
Yeah, it's been awful.
Yeah, so this is near pretty much. It can get worse than this, by the way. Though, actually, I shouldn't say this is worst case scenario. It could be far worse than this. It could be far, far worse.
Could be everything. Could be 14%.
Oh, we got one of these things. I accidentally hit the... By the way, those red... This red... Oh! Ah, it can't get hit... It can't get reversed on it. Dang it. hoping it would reverse petrify it. So I can't run from that encounter because of the red thing there. The red thing is what we call a class 1 enemy. Well, if I can get to Doros, I really hope Doros is beatable.
We're gonna change the name of this randomizer to Death Simulator.
It is. I think that was death number 20, unless I missed one somewhere around somewhere. It's at least 20 deaths at this point, though. That I can definitely say for sure, because I have been keeping count. Like whenever I do one of these on stream, I always have a setup where I have the death counter. So I do increment it every time something like that happens. I think if I get a fight that doesn't involve the red things are called Khmers. And if I can get a fight without a Khmer, I might have a chance at surviving it. The problem is getting a fight without Khmer. Hey, we made it to Doros. So we needed to pick up the star because, well, did I buy harps? Did I restock my harps? I don't think I did. That could be bad. Oh, I did restock, thank goodness. So if you don't have the star, first of all, you can't damage any of these guys, and there are 3 of them. So use the star, and let's hope. Okay, that hurt, but that wasn't awful. He knows heal 3, but I don't think I want to do that. I have 8 recoveries, so I'll use a... Do I have any potion? I do not have any potion 3, so I'll use a recovery. Ow! Okay, that's bad.
Doros has been lifting.
Oh, we lifted pretty good there. Alright, change of plan. We're going to try to get rid of Serpent first. I really hope this doesn't end up with me having to grind a few Reapers. I mean, it looks like they're fairly common, which is good. But, like, if you have to grind in a randomizer a whole lot, something has gone really wrong. If you have to recruit someone in a randomizer, something's gone really wrong. Oh look, I learned defense 1. Okay, that's actually... it could be helpful. It's 4 MP, yeah, that's not bad. 4 MP defense 1. I forget if that's what it normally costs. But yeah, that'll be useful. I might actually try to use that when I run into the Silver Demons. Just because I might survive that fight. If I do that.
I think it's 6 in the base game.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit better then. Alright, so... not gonna bother with the Ice Cloak. Let's try and get to Serpent without any encounters. Ideally, I'd rather have the, I'd like to have the Light Rune at this point from Doros, because the Light Rune will, you know, protect against... will help me protect against magic damage. It also increases the power of your spells a little bit too. But that was probably a mistake. I should have tried to dodge it. I'm not messing with that. I don't know what that's going to do, and I'm 2 steps away from Serpent almost. No, I'm sorry, it was 3. All right. So are we gonna be able to beat Serpent, or am I gonna have to go knock out some Reapers? I really hope I do not have to go knock out some Reapers first. This is some agility now. I need to make sure my speed's good here. Oh, I think those 2 agilities I found in Doros' castle. Okay, that helps. That's good. Okay, that... not a great sign, but I just need to beat power up and defend attack. So defending and attacking is a basic mechanic we actually haven't mentioned at all. Where it increases your next attack by, I think, 1.5 or something. But it can also help you get over defense thresholds, where if you're only hitting something for 1, sometimes you might defend attack and break over that defense threshold and actually Alright. Wow, like, the experience has been bad. Really bad in this seed. Any hope of that bailing me out is gone, so...
yeah, this has been the worst I think I've ever seen it.
I've seen pretty bad. I'm gonna have to kill some Reapers, I think. I have to fight some Reapers, and let me go and get the so let me go and get the Moon Rune first, at least, because it's absolutely clear at this point. Actually, I could check Brush and see if there's any better weapons or anything. But it's very clear at this point that without gaining a few more levels, I'm not going to survive Doros. Like, and you'd really want to be high level at this point, so you'd be pretty much... Like, if I were speed capped, it wouldn't matter if Doros was hitting me very hard. But I'm not speed capped. Because speed capped, you'd have a chance to dodge, but... Speed's 144. That's how dreadful this has been. I'm not even level 30 yet at this point. This has actually been really, really bad. So I think it's been one of the worst randomizers I've ever done so far. Actually. That's not good. That is very not good, actually.
Thank you, Metric. We appreciate you, buddy.
So let's hope we get some Reapers here. Can I kill these yet? That's... Wow. Everything hits hard. Okay. I do not know Vacuum 2. Is there anything I can do here to help myself out? No, I'm dead. Literally Okay, I said I was gonna check Brush for weapons. I probably should actually go do that now. Like, other than spending a little bit of time on the Reapers, which is not what I wanted to end up doing at all. No. Wow. Yeah. It's also likely that the good weapons could be endgame too. This is pretty awful. Did I even check that? That's not even better. There just isn't any armor either. There's like nothing. Like, I could go out of my way to go places, but I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of what I could possibly do at this point. I need to get the encounters that I can actually beat. This probably doesn't qualify as one of those, but we're gonna try and hit him anyway. Yeah, that's bad. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I can hear it now after the run. The Discord's gonna be hopping with anger at Matrick.
So, honestly, this is really my... Okay, we got a Reaper. It's my own fault because I asked him to do it, and I know very well his reputation for generating randomizer seeds. So, yeah, I mean... I was like, well, it's gotta be, you know, interesting. It actually, honestly, hasn't been... It's actually been the opposite of what I wanted to be. I wanted to, like, I want to actually have a chance against some things. But the experience, like, it would be okay if the experience wasn't so terrible. That's the big thing, I think. Okay, I can dodge these now, so I might actually stand a chance. I better use the Moon Rune. I'm fairly sure that there is nothing I'm really going to be able to do. Oh, well, I'm probably not dodging that now. Let's just see if I can... Yeah, no, I'm not really dodging that anymore. Recovery, where are your recoveries? There we go. The only thing that I actually would have liked to have been different was better experience. That's it. Everything else is fine
This is bad defense. This is bad experience, I mean.
At least I can dodge things now. That's good. You know, I said at least I can dodge these now, and then he failed to dodge the S-brain. Because you know, this is what happens when you say things when you're playing 7th Saga. Doesn't remember if it's randomizer or not. I killed him. Okay, we. Nice. All right, cool. We're in business now. We can actually kill stuff. We can actually kill stuff. And we have some decent experience encounters that I can actually kill. So hey, okay, we got it again. So what I'm gonna do here is immediately put my defense up, and I definitely need to be power. And this might actually, I might do one more fight, and then just to be safe. But then I think it might be okay enough to take on Doros. Ow. Actually, I probably want to buy recoveries, don't I? This might not be a bad idea. Alright. I did not mean to attack that enemy. And sometimes the game will lose your inputs. Nice damage. Cool. Alright, this is level...
Should get you like 37.
Okay. I'm gonna do one more because... Yeah, one more will be fine. Let's start heading up towards Biltham. Let's see if any of these encounters will be nice and come over here from there. Okay. Well, I gained like what, almost eight or so levels now. Okay, this encounter is probably not gonna be nice. I remember that thing on the left pretty badly. Yep. Okay, so maybe it's more down by Pandem instead of up in that direction.
That was a lot of bit not nice.
Well, that was about Doro's level of attack right there. I'm hoping he's not going to hit for that hard anymore, but... Okay, good, we got the fight that I wanted. It seems like this is... If this is actually the common fight here, this would be a great place if I wanted to just get to level 40. Actually, 40 might be a good baseline level here. Just thinking about it. Although, actually, I might get to 40 just by... Oh, the one enemy that was worth it ran. That's not even... This isn't even gonna gain me a level either. That's the worst part about that. I'm out of battle. I'll use heal 3. Because I'm lazy. Alright. I'll take either a Reaper or I'll take... This probably isn't great. See what this guy on the left does. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about this. Priority target. The S-brain. Yeah, you go ahead and cast agility on yourself. As long as you don't know any magic spells, I'm probably okay. Still be some... Oh, you.
That wasn't nice.
I was trying to think of a... I'm just gonna say I don't like it very much. That's probably the best I'm gonna be able to manage here. Why did I do that? I already did use that. I'm not sure why I thought I needed to do that. I think the defense choose kind of got in my head there. Alright. Let's get rid of this. The good news is so here's an interesting little tidbit of information about the game. If an enemy does not run after 3 turns, it's there for the whole fight. Hey, it missed that time. Awesome. Which is good.
Maybe we'll get lucky and the indeed will also be very lucrative.
Wow, that was weak. It didn't give a lot of experience, but we might get level 40 out of this. Alright. Learned another spell. F-Bird. Alright. I'm gonna make a quick trip back to Pandem to use the inn. So I want the health back after those few levels. Recoveries... Yeah, it might be a good... Was it? I think it was Bonro, maybe? It's either Bonro. Alright, so I'm now like 11 levels higher, so if Doros is still hitting hard, well, at least I have a good grinding spot. But it still beats, but even with that little bit of a grind, it still beats still beats grinding in the actual game. Where it would instead take about 20 times that amount of time to do that sort of work. Alright. Reminder, I have the star already. I don't need to go back into the dungeon. Trying to think, what encounters was I getting in here that were too strong?
The red guys.
Oh yeah, maybe that's better now too. But the good news is I didn't get into any encounters there, so we're fine. All right. I've got some more HP. I've also got the F shield spell, so that could help too. Hey, I can dodge him now. All right, we've got a shot at this. We're gonna use B agility to boost speed, and immediately, of course, because I used a B agility, he's gonna hit me with something. Yeah. Hey, did I call that or what? That wasn't even that much more than the max health I had, though. I think it was like only 8 more HP. So that's
They
better.
hit you for 275.
I used B agility first, didn't I? Okay. Then what I need to do next time is use the star rune first to boost my defense, because then I'll actually be able to survive a hit. If that was a crit, though, that's even better, because if that's his crit, then it means that as long as I defense up, I should be able to survive physical attacks. And I'm probably much better off against his magic now anyway. Oh good, my speed's 222 now. That's really helpful. Cap on speed and magic stats, are 255, but power and defense can go, power and guard can go up to 999. And you can boost them beyond that if you use a buff item like a B power or a B protect. Yeah. Likewise with speed, you can actually boost speed to 285 if you use a B agility. Oh, really? Really?
Oh,
well,
boy.
you're down, so fine. Whatever. You get out of here.
Young Bonmo.
Oh, okay. You know that. Fine. Okay, at least I can do some decent damage. So this tells me that I need to use fire on him
I mean, quote unquote later.
Right. By the way, you know I told you about Monmo earlier. This is Monmo right here. You're actually normally fight him as a boss later. So at least he didn't give... I mean, his experience wasn't great for him, but whatever. At least he wasn't difficult to get rid of. But yeah, you can actually end up with seeing bosses earlier in the game than you ordinarily are normally going to see them. Alright. Doros take, 3? I think take 3. Well, here's the hope to start off here. Okay, good. I'm glad he did that, because then it gives me opportunity to do this. Yeah, okay, I survived a hit. I would not have survived that hit if I hadn't, You know, I'm gonna heal 3 here, because I want to waste my MP so he can't steal it. One thing about Doros is Doros' magic spells have not been altered, so he has all the same ones he ordinarily does. Watch Doros, like, go down in nearly one hit when I finally actually get the chance to attack him. It's gonna be... could end up being really something like that.
It's got like 73 HP, watch.
Anyway. Okay. I'm not taking a chance. I'm gonna use recovery. Actually, I can use recovery and I can heal 3 several times. So that's actually a better idea. Yeah, he's got no health. Or I'm just doing a lot. Well, no, he has health, but I'm just doing a lot of damage. I can do a lot of damage to him, so I just need to keep my health up. And... oh, come on. Will you dodge something, Legions, please? I guess eventually. Hey, dodged the fireball. Nice.
Woohoo!
And he dodged that?
Get him.
Yeah, there we go.
Get him.
We got Doros. Hey, well, Doros actually gave an okay amount of experience. I'll take.
There we go, Doros.
All right,
Thank you
so-
for being the real MVP.
So the good news is, we know Monmo is not going to be a threat. Alright, so now we go back to Brush, and actually it's... what? Did I miss it? No, I just didn't record a rune, that's all. Because I've got 6 runes. Yeah, got 6 runes, I just forgot to record that. Okay. So you have to talk to this fortune teller here in order to advance the game.
Which makes you waste $100.
There was one time in a speed run where I bought too many things and didn't have enough gold. it was probably the most embarrassing thing ever to do that.
And then we get to
It's
talk to our homeboy Brantu.
Best music in the game coming up. Bet you only get to hear it once. And I get...
And this is the first quote-unquote intermission you get.
I get 1 minute and 45 seconds, so I'm gonna go now. I'll be back.
Woohoo! Get to fly a giant mecha bird. No! No, we're crashing! No! Man down, man down.
Alright, this is one of those things I timed out when I was routing out for when I was practicing the speedrun of the game, because I needed to know if I was going to have any opportunity at all during the speedrun. Fortunately, if I were to try and actually do speedrun tests now and get one this far, it would only be about, oh, I don't know, 4 or so hours in. Used to be more like 5 or so hours in. That's the only time I have a chance to really get up in the stretch. Because all the other ones are way too short. And somehow I made it all the way... Oh, nope. Spoke too soon. Oh man, we got a crew here. Oh, yeah.
Well?
That's fine, that bails me out of that fight, because I can't run for that anyway. In that case, that was actually very good. So we have 2 more bosses and we have 3 more bosses in this section here. One of whom you saw already in Monmouth. We know Monmouth's not going to be a threat. The other two can be threats.
Maybe we're gonna see Monmouth.
No, we will see Monmouth.
It's Blue Grandpa.
A little context to that. Sometimes when you run into an encounter with a boss like that, like a Monmo or one you'll fight later, oops. I thought it was in a different cave. You won't end up seeing them where you're supposed to later. They won't be there. Well, there's a explanation behind that, and that is if you get them in a 3 enemy encounter, and if they are present in the left slot in that 3 enemy encounter, and you kill them in that fight, and you successfully win that fight, for whatever reason, the game counts them as already being dead. So in that case, you wouldn't have to fight them later on. No, I don't think I had... I think I had Momo in the right slot I don't think I had Momo in the left slot today, though. I thought I did, but I think I might have misinterpreted. I think he might have actually been in the right slot, and for a reason in my head, I was thinking he was in the left slot. Okay.
So we're gonna go through this cave, and then we're gonna get into agonizing pain. And somebody stole our magic.
Yep. Can't use spells.
It's
not like I was using...
jerk.
Yeah. It was not like I was using the magic much to begin with, though.
Hey, you've gotten some lineage out of that fire one.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten some mileage out of that. Let's see. So this is actually a fight that I would like to deal with, because we've got an S-Brain here. This is more experience. This is going to help me... Oh, well, that solves that problem. Of course it'd be the 2 enemies that could run that would go.
Yeah, so like Zacky was explaining, if this was Monmo, and now he kills Monmo, Monmo won't show up later in the cave that we will see him. And you will be able to just progress. I believe him, the dragon, and there's one other, the white dragon.
No, it's just there's only I think it's only Monmo and the
green dragon.
And the green one you can get in the left slot. None of the other bosses would. Oh, this is an awful. This is not a good encounter. Okay, let's use the Star Rune and see if maybe I can survive a hit. Alright, well, first out of business is... Well, the first out of business was going to be to get rid of that. okay. Still alive. I can't use spells. Oh, right, I had heal 3 that I was using. Use recovery. Alright, next time of business will be to... Never mind. Wait, I can run now. I can run now. I killed the Khmer. So yeah, if you get a class 1 enemy like a Khmer in with regular enemies, you can't run from that encounter until you get rid of the class 1 enemy. Is there anything here? No, there's nothing new here. How about you? You're selling Wilmy's weapon. It's free, but I don't want it anyway.
Maybe it's plus 900 attack.
It'd be nice if that was possible. I don't think it is. I went in the wrong place. I think the most it could be was like 14, maybe. Not 14. Oh, wait, 700%. 7 times. No, 7 probably then. You have potion 2s. Yeah, we're gonna get some potion 2s here. Because I know potion 2s heal for a decent amount of health. And any healing to keep on hand is helpful. Especially if I need just that small heal. Alright, we'll get an emerald too. Just preserve that good old gold. Even though there's nothing I'm really using for it at the moment. I'm hoping that when I get to the next section of the game that will change. Alright, well, now we're going to see what we've got here coming up. This is going to be interesting. So we have to go in this cave. There is an item in this cave called Moonlight that if we bring it back... I went the wrong way. If we bring it back, there's a guy in that town we just left who will give us back our magic. It's a red trick sandwich. I hope that's... Okay, that's not as powerful as you might think it would. They hit for a bit, though. Could run from this, but if I can get any decent amount of experience out of this, I'd like to. It just makes it easier to run. And if I'd found some of those red tricks earlier, but there's no guarantee I would have been able to beat them. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting. You know, some of the things you keep forgetting. I can't use spells for recoveries. It's here. Nope. Okay. Now it's here. Oh, hello. Been a long time since I've seen that guy. I don't know either. I never saw him once, except at the beginning of the game. Alright. Usual starting procedures. Fence up. Okay, good. I think I'm speed cap now, right? Nope, I'm one short of speed cap. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I could fix that pretty easily, but I'm not gonna bother because I'm just gonna get a level up to fix it anyway.
Wahaha, another Python. So I got dog aggro.
He's got a lot of health. Wait, did I defend attack for the same amount that... No, I defend attack for a little bit more, but it's more efficient just to do this. Punching bagpipes. This guy is no joke in the original game. He is no joke in this version. Red Python takes it up a notch, but this guy just takes it off the charts. None of these bosses have really given fantastic experience. None of them. Well, the good news is I'm speed capped now, so that means that the rest of the game is pretty well doable at this point, because that was the big thing. I'm not dealing with that. Speed is probably the most critical stat in 7th Saga. Alright, so we're gonna use the... This is why I have exit gates. Instant exit out of here, back here.
Now this nice sage who stole our magic returns it and is going to give us an item to go and fight Gariso.
And then we had the appearance up there, Gorsha 5000. We'll be seeing Gorsha 5000 soon enough.
Not to be confused with Power Man 5000.
So I'm gonna save here. It's probably not overly... Well, I haven't saved in a while, so I'm gonna do it anyway, just to be safe. One interesting thing that can happen that's not great is you can actually soft lock the game on Gariso. If you try to use an item on your first turn. It doesn't always happen, but it seems to be a thing that can happen a lot if you do that. It's really irritating to have to think about that during an ad. To have to think about that, though. In this case, the good news is I actually know the Defense 1 spell, so rather than using the Star Rune, I'll just cast Defense 1 and I won't lose a turn on having to take up the first turn. I don't even know why it's just that turn.
Grrr. Mama's coming back with a vengeance.
I could use the Light Rune here to boost my magic power a little bit, but I can't be bothered right now. I don't think it would have made a difference enough. I think it still would have taken 3 turns. So by not doing it, I actually saved a turn. Alright. So good. Metal Python was not a threat. It's just, how much of a threat is Gariso going to be? And that's another reason why we got the Moonlight, because the Moonlight is something we're going to use on Gariso as well. It's like that. It's like 3 bosses that have items you can use on them, at the very least. Up to this point, I know there's definitely one more. But you have Ramas, you can use the Whistle on for an instant kill. Doros, where you have to use a star on him to be able to remove his doubles and be able to hit him. And then you have Gariso coming up, and you'll see what the Moonlight is used for. Okay. Right, I was gonna cast Defense 1, because I don't want to accidentally softlock the game. Alright, I'm gonna use this. Because now we're safe to do that. We're gonna use the Light Rune for some added magic defense. Just in case. Okay, I powered up. Yeah, I did power up. So now we'll use the Moonlight Look, now we can see Risa. Well, he does have a lot of health. So far, that's the only claim I can... only claim you can take. So mostly things level out as you get towards the end. It becomes easier. Like, the middle part of the game is definitely the start of the game, and the middle part of the game are definitely the most difficult parts when you're doing the randomizer. As you get towards the later game, it gets a little bit easier, and I think in the end it ends up being mostly the bosses that can potentially be real threats.
Zacky,
Huh?
Big Fun Balls wants to know, is 7th Saga Rando actually a normal game?
It's actually it's actually it's actually a randomizer made by its Game Boy F9. That was brought to my attention, I believe, I think Matrick brought it to my attention a few months ago. It was something actually I'd been like interested in a while, and actually looking into some memory addresses and figuring how to do things, and just how to do terrible things with the game. Because 7th Saga already on its own is very brutal. Finally, a boss that actually gave okay experience. 7th Saga is a very brutal game on its own. And just like, how do you make it more brutal? How do you make things worse? And honestly, Game Boy F9 did a really great job with the randomizer, I think.
Mwahaha! You've returned all the runes to us. Oh crap. Spoiler alert. Ah, King Lamel. It's actually Guriso. Ah, Gorcia's cast Thunder one. It's super effective.
So no more runes, no more crutches to rely on here. Just the items and such. I am gonna check the... I guess I might as well check the shops. See if I can find something better. Found life recovery in the tree there.
Gorcia 5000 is my favorite band.
Wait, did I check the shield out ever? Nope. It's not worth it. There's a fire axe. You know what? Forget it. It's not even gonna be worth my while. I am getting the sense that I'm not gonna find... I might check the airship, the last item shop in the game later on, but I'm getting the sense that it's just gonna be a waste of of time to bother even checking any of those out. It just feels like that this is gonna be the best I'm getting with leeches right now, weapon-wise and armor-wise. We're just gonna skip that town there.
We don't need that town.
We're definitely close to the end here. I'd say, my estimate, probably be around 20 to 30 minutes would be a fair estimate, as long as nothing goes haywire. Well, nothing going haywire any more than already has gone. Like, bad experience. I am really surprised at how bad... Like, the best experienced enemies have by far been the S-Brain and the Reaper.
Or haven't even been close. I'm fascinated about, 'cause the enemies are... It's all randomized, so they have different stats. And you'll actually see different enemies towards the end of the game. Some from the middle, some from the beginning.
So we've been sent back 5,000 years into the past at this point. And now we're gonna go ahead and steal an airship. Because we need to, you know, on moving. So
That's how we roll.
with anyone else, you can actually talk to the airship owner, and if you're not Asuna, he'll charge you, but anyone else, you can actually pay for a ride. Okay, not first door. Should take a bets on which door it was going to be. In a speed run, in a 7th Saga, any percent speed run, I would want it to be the first door. I don't recall if I've ever had any PBs where it was the first door. As it is, we got the third door, so that's not bad.
But the worst part is if you accidentally go back down when you go into that room, it re-randomizes it, which really stinks.
I think it only re-randomizes it if you get kicked off the airship by talking to one of the other NPCs. Because I've accidentally walked out before and I was able to go back in the same entrance. Unless it randomized it back to the same entrance and I got lucky, which is also a possibility.
Yep, I think I've definitely done that like 10 times.
Oh, so you gotta love those NPCs there. Like, as long as you don't talk to them, they can't kick you off the ship. It's like, just imagine just standing there, just wanting you to talk to them so they can kick you off. In that case, you actually do want to get kicked off because it's faster than actually walking out. Alright, we're gonna make sure to save at the inn here because the last place that it'll go back is on the other continent, and I will have to walk all the way back out here if I have bad things happen.
So at the beginning of the game, we talked to Brantu, who was instant transmissioning all over our screen, and he opened up the rocks to Melanum, which was that broken down, beat up town, and the town we were just in is Melanum 5,000 years ago, looking all pristine. Now we're gonna go talk to somebody's grandma, get a letter. Or mom, sorry.
Well, they do use the sprite that you would associate with, you know, that.
Yeah, that's the grandma sprite.
Okay, we gotta get one encounter on the way in between, right? And we're just gonna run from that. Good thing about being maxed out in speed, most of the encounters, as long as they don't have an enemy that you can't run from, you can get out of. What's really funny is when you get into an encounter with 3 enemies, try to run, fail, and then all 3 enemies just promptly run. It's like, okay, you blocked my path, and then you just wanted to get out of here anyway. Couldn't we have just skipped that step? No comment on this encounter.
We got Thunder One into the pass.
Okay, he's got really strong guards, so we're just gonna go ahead and fire him. The Revenge of Mon. I'm just gonna hold you up a little bit longer here. Am I magic capped yet? No. Still got a ways to go before magic cap. Alright. That all taken care of. We're gonna deliver this letter. So we go into this room and we start climbing all the way down these stairs here.
Fascinated Box wants to know why you picked Legis for the run.
I actually had put out a poll for it, and the top two votes were for Olvan and Legis, and then I did a tiebreaker, and Legis won the tiebreaker. By tiebreaker, I mean I had... Oh, wait, I'm skipping a step here, because I'm trying to answer a question and do things at the same time, and it's not working. It's supposed to talk to Defuro first here. By tiebreaker, I mean I asked someone to choose odd and even. They chose even, and that was Legis, so there you go. Anyone, it doesn't really matter who you choose for it. anyone can work for for a randomizer run, which is actually the really great part about it, because you're not as restricted as you would be if you were doing an actual 7th Saga speedrun. To where I think my current route, and I haven't done it in a while because it's a long run and I haven't had time. It's like a lot. Like, this has already been a bit longer than I think a typical randomizer run would go for, but generally my randomizer runs are about slightly under 2 hours. But you'd ordinarily use... How the route goes is you would start off with Lux in 7th Saga 90%, and then you would have to recruit a partner to get past Red Python, because you can't get past Red Python solo at the level I try to do it at with Lux. So I would usually try to recruit Valsu, and then later I would dump Valsu for leeches. So you'd have Lux, Valsu, and then Lux leeches. The speedrun, and you'd have to stick with that, because unfortunately, given the mechanics of the game, it won't work with anybody else. The only other person that I was able to switch out with leeches was Wilmy, but the real problem ends up being Monmo in a 7th Saga speedrun. In terms of, yeah, for Monmo you need to have some sort of fire magic. Leeches knows fire too. Wilmy knows fire too as well, but Wilmy's magic is bad. So if you're not at a certain stat level with Wilmy on the magic stat, you can't damage Monmo. However, you can get away with that. You can get away with doing it with leeches 3 levels earlier. So that's why it ends up being restricted there. But in the anyway, I went off on the tangent. But anyway, long story short, in the case of the randomizer, you're not that restricted in regards to that, just because of how it works.
Yeah, personally, I like to pick Olven because he's old, fat, and slow, just like I am.
Oh, we got an alarm, some sort of weird alarm sounding, it sounds like. Ooh, now accompanied by ominous music. I'm going the wrong way again.
Release the Kraken!
Alright, refer to these 3 NPCs here as the 3 Stooges, because sometimes they will block your path. Anyway,
No.
that Tusion project that we just found out about, well, it went out of control. Not surprisingly.
Who would have ever thought?
Oh, the good news is that... right. Wow, the bosses are continuing the trend of giving bad experience. Also, apologies for you Dr. Fail fans out there, I completely just, like, zoned out over that whole thing. But yeah, the guy in charge of the project was Dr. Fail. He does survive, by the way.
And continues to fail
He's right
later
up
in
here.
life. Like, we made a mistake, and we lost our planet, but it's okay.
I usually have more to say about Dr. Fail, but I think this whole run's just kind of been like
Influenced by Dr. Fail.
yeah, you know what? Yeah. It's been full of that. I at least have 26 deaths. Anything else useful? Yeah, okay, we are stocked up on harps. Okay, good. I did take a look at that. There's an inn here. We don't usually use the inn. I'm just looking for the weapons and armor shop because... Nope. Nope. Nope, nothing useful. I was spot on. I was spot on when I said way back that I didn't think there's gonna be anything useful. I was hoping I wasn't correct on that, but it turns out that I was very correct on that. Alright, so at this point we have 2 more bosses before the final boss? Yeah, 2 more before the final boss, so 3 total. The final boss is not randomized, which is probably a good thing, given all the things could potentially go wrong with that. Wow, probably the cheapest end of the game right here. And it's right at the end. Randomizer, everybody. Randomizer.
Twiggy, Game Boy F9 is the genius behind this randomization.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. Even with the first version that I tried out, it was remarkably refined. I wasn't sure what to expect, because just from playing this game a whole lot, playing the original game a whole lot, and knowing how badly things can go even there, and knowing how stats affect different things.
I think that was your first R trick of the whole game.
That was the second. Just the
How
fact
dare
that
you interrupt my rest?
And we've got this guy here. So, actually I'll just use defense. One. So this guy in Ramas, you can actually get as random encounters. And we're always thrilled to see them as random encounters, aren't we?
Especially when he gives 167,000 experience.
Well, he gives a lot of experience, and you can reasonably get rid of him. That's good. When he knows power and has 900 power already, that's not great. Like, seriously, this guy can know the power spell, and his power can be randomized to such a high level that you'll see him cast the power spell, and you'll see that his power's been increased by like 930 something, and you just be like, okay then.
The real response to that was beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, there are some things, yeah.
Choice words.
He hits pretty hard. I did boost my guard already. Okay, we'll just heal 3. So, I am actually getting use out of heal 3 and fire 1. Those have been the... Oh! Oh, is that your response to my heal 3? Alright then. Legions, can you maybe dodge something?
Did he cast agility on himself and we just missed it?
I didn't bother because I thought it would be fine. Well, obviously, he's proving me quite wrong at this point. Because he was dodging everything before, and I'm like, okay, well, why should I bother wasting a turn on B agility? Well, okay, I guess I could probably waste a turn on... Now he's dodging everything again anyway, so... I don't know, I'm tempted to do it, but then it just might even out anyway, and it not make a difference. It's like one of those things in this game. I think I could survive an attack if he hits with one. I was like, I want to use the water rune here. Oh, I don't have the water rune. Wow, okay, that was pretty strong. I did not see that one coming.
Holy crap.
Okay, nothing's gonna save me from that. I'm gonna use a B agility next time, but if he... B agility or not, if he still does that next time, if he still gets a hit in and he does that, it's not gonna matter. I went the wrong way, too. Oh, you. Okay. Oh, yeah, another thing that gave some decent experience there. Holy smokes, I was totally not expecting that. It was just like, okay, 220, 200 this, 200 that, 517. Okay. You win. Can't do anything about that.
It's our good friend, R. Python.
At least I'm getting a few more levels here. Wow, this has been a... This one hasn't been kind. In multiple ways. Alright, so immediate thing I'm gonna do is boost his guard, Legion's guard, and then be agility. Oh, he needs to be protect here. Yeah, it was teaching me a lesson for not using that P agility. It's like, oh, you think you can get away with that? I may not get away with it with even having used it, but this is actually very risky here. I don't want to really waste heal until I get hit again. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just use a potion too. That would be a small enough heal that it would be okay, I think. I was kind of concerned if you were... I don't know what his highest damage roll without critting would be. So that was what I was mainly concerned about there. Also, I don't remember if I was defend attacking last time. Alright, we're halfway there, and so far so good. Okay, we're gonna use a potion too. I don't like extending the fight, but I also don't want to have to do it over again. If I can avoid that. I guess the good news is if he decides he's gonna crit on a turn I'm defending, no any problems. Okay, either one or two more turns. Hopefully it's this turn. Alright. I just went for it on that. Oh hey, look! He gave a lot of experience. Of course, right at the end of the game. Alright, so we got another boss that can be... potentially be hard-hitting here. Once we get past this boss, it's gonna be a fairly smooth ride to the end, I think. But there's this boss that we need to get through here. Alright, dodging an attack is a good thing. I'm not gonna... I already got taught the lesson about not using the B agility, so we're gonna stick with that. Powers. I never actually really did much stocking up on things throughout this run. Oh, okay, non-issue. Okay, non-issue. So that was a climactic.
You know? Oh wow, it's...
No, go on experience. Wow, there was no way I would have been able to be the Goron if it had appeared out in the world. Not before this point, anyway. Oh, right, exegates. I have a bunch of stat boost seeds that I never used. I picked them all up and just never used them. Right, so we're here. So then we talk to these guys who are all assembled around. And then they each give you the runes back.
So nice of them.
Unfortunately, they don't buff you. They debuff Gorsia. 5,000. Okay. So, if I wanted to... I didn't have to pick up all of them. You only at minimal need to pick up the Wizard Rune and the Light Rune. But having the rest helps to make the fight go a little bit more smoothly. And it's also entirely possible that even at this level, I still might get one shot by him if I'm unlucky. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that defense and armor are okay enough for that not to be a problem, but at this point, since I've been plenty wrong before on a lot of other things in this randomizer seed here, I do not want to take that chance. Let's make one part of this go as smoothly as possible.
Nice.
Even if it's gonna fight me right up until the end on that. Okay, that's one less enemy to deal with. Well, we're gonna do this. And then I think I'm just gonna try and run. But I have to kill Monmo in order to be able to run. Which is annoying, but it's class 1 enemies for you. I'm gonna test Fire 1 on this guy and see if it does anything. It might as well. It's not gonna really... alright. I guess I'll go ahead and... do that. Alright, here we are, the last stretch of the game here. Got a little bit of a maze here that you have to go through. It's easy if you know the route. Go through that door. Here. Door at the end of this hall here. 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 All the way over here. Here. How's my health? I'll just use a potion 1, because you never know when that 1 damage might make a difference. You really don't, actually. In all seriousness, sometimes it does make the difference. It's like a rare situation when it does, but it's just ridiculousness. So you have to use the Wizard Rune first, here. You get good old Gorsh 5,000 to appear. You use Vacuum on the first turn, and that's really good. A non-attack on the first turn is awesome. Then you have to use the Light Runes so that you can hit him. Use the magic spell here, Leech's Dodge, so that's cool. So now we're going to remove the one probably big threat that he can do. And we're going to debuff his attack. That's what it does. We'll debuff his speed, make it easier to dodge him. debuff his magic. His defense. None of those other 5 are optional, but you have to use the wizard and the light rune first in order to have him do anything else. Also, he's got a pretty awesome attack animation there. Water rune. Which takes away half of his health. Or half of whatever amount of health he has at the time. If you hit him a little bit first, you'll take away half of whatever's health is at the time. Tested it out at one point. Alright. And attack, and let's see how much damage he does. Okay, it's gonna take a few turns. And there you go. So, definitely a lot less time than an actual 7th Saga speedrun.
It's the matchup of the ages.
Boy, I'm glad I still managed to get through that. I was getting really concerned back when there was nothing really giving a lot of experience. And then everything was just hitting so hard, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to tough through it, but... So, kind of put in perspective, my best time on this was ended about an hour ago. But, given that things went badly, but it does show that even when things go badly, in a randomizer run, you can still get it done in a reasonable amount of time.
Oh, for sure. These are the flags that we usually race when we race, and this is probably the worst I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of determined it was the best way to go about it when we were doing races of this, that we wanted to set the flags up in this way. I think one thing we used to do is have, like, because you can randomize the stat gains for all the apprentices too, and then it's just a real lottery as to who, really gets the owner's power the most. I don't know, I was racing this one time when we were still doing that, but I picked Wilmy, and Wilmy got the most massive stat boost to his stat gains ever, and I totally, crushed everyone else so badly in that race that I felt really awful about it, because it wasn't fair. I mean, it wasn't anything based on me getting lucky for picking Wilmy. So, that's a major reason why we decided sticking with the base stat gains for everyone was better.
It's only appropriate if the seed's extra hard for the marathon.
Well, for sure. I mean, it was good to have some adversity to fight through. I was hoping there would be. I'm not sure that experience deficiency was that, that's what I wanted to try and fight through, but, oh well. It worked anyway. It ended up working out. And I didn't learn anything that kind of broke things and made things way too easy, which is a good thing. It shouldn't be too easy. I mean, that's the whole idea. That's the whole fun thing about doing the randomizer, is because, I can play 7th Saga, a lot of times, and it's cool, it's fun, I like the game a whole lot, but I like being able to bring my knowledge of the base game over, and have to try and apply it to all the different situations that can crop up in the randomizer. It's just the having to think on the fly and adjust as you go, and kind of come up with these plans to just get through things. It's nice to have that extra bit of a challenge there. really have anything else to add. I think that's it.
I second that notion. Appreciate you letting me join you for this run. It was a great run, and you are definitely very masterful 7th Saga. And if you guys want to join the community, you can hit us up, and we will share the Discord with you. And in Elnard.
But thank you, yeah, but definitely thank you for joining me on the commentary here. Definitely do appreciate it, and shout out to the organizers for letting me do this too. Because the randomizer, I just have no idea what to expect, and that's all I can say.
Thank you very much, Zacky, the Shimmering Kirin, for